And welcome back to 10 Count. I'm Steve Kim, joined by Michael Baca of UCN Live and Ring Magazine's Doug Fischer. November 25th at the theater in Madison Square Garden on HBO. It's the return of Sergey Kovalev, who takes on Vyacheslav Shabranskyy. Mike, very simple. What version of the Crusher now exists with this cloak of invincibility trampled on?
Well, we're going to find out on November 25th, but I sure hope we get to see the Crusher again because he's an exciting fighter. He walked around with a confidence that, you know, no man can touch him. Then the first fight with Andre Ward happened. He kind of sputtered through it and kind of gave it away. It ended up not in his favor, but we all agree that we thought he won. He got the rematch, and more shenanigans happened. But in the rematch, I thought Ward kind of beat the fight out of him. That's my opinion, sitting ringside.
That's fair. Maybe some of those low blows weren't fair. They were borderline, and there were some that were legitimately low. But
that was unfortunate.
Yeah, but Kovalev let it get to him. It
sure
definitely flustered him, and I know it was a lot of frustration with the referee not really pointing it out or giving him time to recover or whatever. But in that 8th round, he was hurt with the punch to the jaw, that overhand right. And up against the ropes, I think, Steve Kim, you used the term capitulate.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. To me, it looked like his spirit got wrecked, and he literally sort of deflated in there, which, you know, I think it's fair to question where he is mentally coming into this fight with Shabranskyy. Now, you know, a couple years ago, Kovalev would be a huge favorite over Shabranskyy. In fact, the fight would be looked at as a complete mismatch. But given those back-to-back fights, and given the fact that Kovalev is fighting without John David Jackson in his corner, without having trained with John David Jackson for the first time in several years, and he's, you know, trying to gel with a new trainer, where is he going to be once that bell rings, and what's going to happen when Shabranskyy hits him, who is a big, strong, definitely flawed light heavyweight, not a legit top 10 contender, more of a fringe contender, but a guy who can crack and a guy who's motivated and is obviously going to come to win because of the opportunity here. This makes this an interesting matchup to me.
Yeah, Shabranskyy hits well. I think he has above average power, but Doug, you were there when we kind of found out something about him. Paul Pay-Per-View Parker. That was not supposed to happen. I looked at the script. Him getting hurt by Pay-Per-View Parker was nowhere in there.
That was almost a first-round knockout.
Right.
That was on Fox Sports
stunning.
2 years ago.
It was
in Philadelphia.
stunning. We thought,
I was in shock. I was doing the call. Yeah, I was just like,
and then,
okay, this fight's over.
And then with Sullivan Barrera, Sullivan just hit him with another right hand back December. So
yeah, Barrera literally could have closed his eyes and went like that and would have nailed him right in the face.
So that's the thing. Kovalev, to me, still is a formidable offensive fighter. You don't lose your power. If you're heavy-handed, you're heavy-handed till the day you die. That's just so. I get the sense he's going to get through this fight, but with Andre Ward riding off into sunset for now, I like the light heavyweight division. Look what we have.
I love it.
Beterbiev, who just won the IBF title, wasn't impressive. He's a belt holder now. Knocked off a lot of ring rust. You have Dimitri Bivol. I'm on the bandwagon.
So am I.
Then you have Adonis Stevenson, who might be fighting Badu Jack. A lot of stuff going on here.
Don't forget the nail, Vosdick. Yeah. Alexander Vosdick is in that mix. There aren't a lot of easy touches in the 175-pound division, and I love the way they match up. And you know, a healthy, physically and mentally, Sergey Kovalev, he just adds that much more luster to this division. It's sort of an all-action division. I hate to say it about Ward, but you get rid of Ward, and it's like an all-action division when you mix and match these top contenders in your mind.
I kind of hope Richard Schaefer's looking at this division for the next edition of the World Boxing Super Series if he does it again. I think this division definitely has the tools to maybe be the best tournament out of every single
it's perfect.
division.
But although I would say it looks like HBO is investing in this division. I mean,
They are.
went all the way to Monaco for the Bivol fight.
It was worth it for that minute.
It really was. No, it really
And,
was. And they're showing this fight
you know,
with Kovalev and Shabranskyy.
Listen, B-Ball did not exactly beat Yaki Lopez, okay? But sometimes the eye test, it's how
date
you
yourself,
win.
Steve.
I do. Well, I
really do.
Well, that's for the ring,
okay.
for the ring archives.
Yes.
But I remember talking to Cameron Duncan, noted manager, who's had about 30 world champions, one of the best talent scouts in the game today. Yeah. He told me he saw B-Ball about 5, 6, 7 years ago. I believe it was in Chicago, some international tournament. He said, Steve, I have
World
a regret. Yeah, and he said, Steve, I have one regret. Because I saw B-Ball, and I knew right then, I go, that guy can be special. And when you have managers who have no stake in the game, they don't have a horse in the race, and they say, that guy's good, Steve. I'm just telling you. That said a lot to me. And B-Ball, here's the difference between him and the other guys. He's actually about 5 years younger.
Yeah, he's 27.
26,
27.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, so the upside is immense with him.
He'll get better. I mean, he has the amateur background. He has the athleticism. And he has the technique and the timing.
Yeah.
I mean, and he seems to have the right mindset for a competitor. He already views himself as the best, and he wants to prove it. He wants to show everybody that he's the best.
Mike, yes or no, gut feel, does Adonis Stevenson actually fight Badu Jack in late January?
No.
No, wow,
Really?
no hesitation either.
Gut feel. I mean, it's an easy bet.
Yeah,
it's just going by the odds here.
Yeah.
But one final light heavyweight to mention, and he's going to be on the undercard of Shabranskyy Kovalev, is Sullivan Barrera.
Yes, can't forget him.
Sully
Barrera.
B.
I think he will be facing Kovalev after this fight. It's an obvious
Or
setup.
B-Ball.
Or B-Ball.
Because he might be the BA
That's right,
mandatory.
that's right.
He's
You're
the
right. You're right
mandatory.
about that. So yeah, light heavyweight, fully healthy right now.
As they say, belts matter. All right, on behalf of Doug Fischer, Mike Baca, this is Steve Kim saying, till the next round, goodbye, everybody.